All right. Hello, everyone, and now welcome to a game between Focus versus Th000. This game taking place here on Amazonia. Over here on the top right-hand side of the map, we have Focus spawning as the red orc. At least I believe this is Focus versus Th000. Let me double check. Yes, it is Focus versus Th000. All of that information right there. Meanwhile, over here on the bottom left, we have Th000, also known as Samdan, spawning as the blue human. Human versus orc in this 1v1 matchup here in the cold north. We'll see what's going to be going down in this particular matchup, and it's nice to see, well, looking at the old Warcraft 3 now, you actually realize the amount of polish that went into this game. I do believe that Warcraft 3 Reforged is eventually going to have the same level of polish as well, and because of that, well, Warcraft 3 Reforged, even though it's right now in closed beta, it's really much more like in closed alpha. I mean, half of the races, or now 3/4 or the races are currently in the game, with, well, Night Elf still not being there. We'll see what's going to be unfolding there, as it is going to be a Farseer going up against an Archmage. A battle of the brains in these intellect heroes, as we are going to be looking at footmen getting trained up as well. IR Sansei, 可的，你是上谁？真的吗？ Anyways, let's go ahead and break things down. Yeah, my Chinese is a little bit broken, so 对不起，我識講廣東話，啲國語冇咁好。好多人話俾我聽，識聽唔識講，係咁多啦。Alright, let's gonna go ahead and let's, well, see what's gonna be happening here. Farseer opening up alongside a Grunt, no Voodoo Lounge, which means that we should be going for a very fast tech to tier 2. Once that tech to tier 2 is started, we should be looking at a Voodoo Lounge and some Orc Burrows as well. Meanwhile, back down across over here, Archmage dropping a Water Elemental, making sure to absorb a whole bunch of damage, as we're looking at these footmen now finishing off the remainder of this creep camp. Farseer, Grunts, and 对不起，真的我的国语真的不好。Alright, apparently someone's trying to type in Romanized Chinese for me, but my Mandarin is at probably a kindergarten level, unfortunately. Alright, we're going to take a look at that Water Elemental. Water Elemental down to 69 hit points. We're going to get a little bit of damage by these remaining units. Water Elemental could try and turn back around and push a little bit of damage as well, but we're most likely trying to see that Archmage deny that shot there. Yes, beautiful deny by Th000, as the Farseer are still chasing Archmage as they play a game of ring around, well, this bush. Let's go ahead. I can hear audio from other people. Is that overpower? Is that intended? Yeah. Yeah. That was another screen in Internet Explorer, or not Internet Explorer. Why would anyone use in Chrome or Firefox? Archmage now heading back down the other side. Footman want to get some additional experience. Archmage is sitting at level 1, does have Gloves of Haste, and that will allow for some additional damage. We are going to be taking a look. Stronghold is already 2/3 of the way done, but what's important to note is that even if Th000 scouts this out, which I believe he did, he has no way to know the idea of the progress. He doesn't know the particular build path and build order until we see the timing of the Bestiary and Spirit Lodge and or Tauren Totem. Archmage going to continue to try and put pressure down, and it looks like, oh, is it going to get denied? Yes, it is going to get denied, but the Archmage still gets to level 2. Back down across over here, the Water Elemental could have gotten damage onto that Farseer. Instead, Grunt's going to finish clearing out this Murloc creep camp as the Archmage runs to the hills and buys some Boots of Speed. Alright, Boots of Speed now returning all the way back. Let's take a look. Tech to tier 2 is also about 3/4 of the way done. About maybe a 15-second difference here, and it will only really matter if we are going to go ahead and get a Tavern Hero. I don't see a Tavern Hero right now, so the pressure is going to be a little bit delayed. Farseer is spotting all of this as the footmen have taken a bit of damage. Alright, yes. Somehow the Archmage, thank you for the Twitch Prime subscription. Archmage somehow wearing Boots of Speed. I don't know if those are horseshoes or if just by wearing those Boots of Speed, the Archmage is a little bit lighter, allowing that Archmage to run a little bit faster as well. All right, let's take a look. Footman gonna go ahead and do a little bit of chase. The footmen have absorbed a fair amount of damage as we're still running around here. We are getting up a second hero. It is going to be a Tauren Chieftain. We are going into a Spirit Lodge and a Bestiary, which means, well, Shaman are going to be out and in a hurry to put in some pressure. Well, in the end, that means Purge on Water Elementals. The Water Elementals are going to really drop in terms of their effectiveness as a Footman gets unfortunately ensnared. Is the Farseer going to make its way even after that, double summoning those Spirit Wolves once more to try and deny experience? There goes one Footman there. Spirit Wolves continuing to fire away as we may see the death of a Footman right there. One Spirit Wolf does get taken down. Footman goes back for a little bit of damage, and that was a bit dangerous. Tauren Chieftain shows up out onto the battlefield, and, well, everyone tries to retreat. Archmage is going to be coming in. He does have, well, Sentry Ward is currently down. All of this is being spotted. And what's going to be happening here? Archmage, very low on hit points, trying to get some pressure. I believe that was a steal, as the Footman now down to 34 hit points. Could get taken down. There it goes. Farseer sitting at level 1, very close to level 2. That Mantle of Intelligence boosting up that damage just a bit more. All right, Water Elemental down to 39 hit points. It looks like it's going to get denied, and this is a game of denial so far, being played in Egypt. Sorry, dad joke. As we are looking at the Tauren Chieftain now heading back off to the north. Favorite heroes? It depends. All right, I'll answer that question. This seems like a very intense game. Mountain King tries to pick up. Does it pick up the item? No. The Pure Up Vitality going on to the Tauren Chieftain. Tauren Chieftain very, very high on hit points. Stormbolt back onto the Tauren Chieftain again. Tauren Chieftain could be in trouble. Scroll of Healing was used. Oh, there goes the last bit. Are we going to see another Stormbolt? Yes, we are. One more shot, and down goes the Tauren Chieftain. Footman may get taken out as well. Let's take a look at it. Down it goes. Farseer finally gets to level 2. Both sides are playing very dangerously with their heroes. Low on hit points. A couple of stuns was all that was needed, as this poor Footman may not make it back. Let's take a look. We are taking a look at this poor Footman. Footman's like, please let me escape. No. Bolt or chain lightning landing on that Footman. Purge onto a Water Elemental as well. As now we are taking a look. Wait, how come I cannot? There we go. As we are taking a look at Focus, taking a commanding lead, using these Shaman very effectively to shut down the Archmage and those Water Elementals. At this stage, I think both sides are going to go back to their respective corners and try to leverage their creeps, perhaps get a little bit more... get a little bit more experience in them, and who's going to be able to transition into the mid game better. The tech advantage has it translated into very much. We have seen those Shaman and that Tauren Chieftain come out very quickly, but the Mountain King was also able to shut down that Tauren Chieftain as well. Tauren Chieftain quickly healed back up, as well. Spellbreakers greater than Stomp and Lightning. That is definitely true. There are Wind Riders out onto the field. Shaman are not going to be able to use Bloodlust very easily either, as the Grunts are taking a fair amount of damage. Tauren Chieftain finally at level 2. It may be Tauren Chieftain with Lightning Shield as the strategy, since we see these level 2 Shamans out. Alright, Expansion under a bit of duress right now. Water Elemental, level 2 Archmage, not going to be able to maximize all that damage too much. Wind Riders quickly show up to the party, and a quick Purge takes out that unit. Archmage is now trying to head back once more. Meanwhile, Tauren Chieftain is getting healed back up. Going to purposely pull, but little does he know, nope, there is no longer that Sentry Ward right there. Healing Ward was dropped down. Archmage is going to try and come across with a steal. No, just takes down that Healing Ward. Beautifully done to try and push in a little bit more damage. All right, that Arachnid just dancing around back and forth. Meanwhile, all of these units will get taken down. Summon skeletal minions still continue to give experience, so that's one of the reasons why this particular creep camp seems to keep on giving more and more experience continually. Sorceress, Priest, and Rifleman now currently out on the field. Tauren Chieftain now, well, Illusion just simply walking by. This is a lot of casters already, as you're going to take a look at these, well, the Shamans now getting taken down. All right, the last Tuskar will get finished off here. The armor plus medium armor plus inner fire making it rather difficult to finish off. Archmage is at 3, and the Mountain King is also at 3. Farseer is at 3 alongside the Tauren Chieftain as well. And those healing wards are making a very big difference right there. All right, let's take a look. Down, are we going to see the death of the Null Warden? Null Warden very low on hit points. Shaman, there goes Wind Riders. Damage pushing back every which way. Purge onto the Tauren Chieftain. That one Null Warden just causing so many problems. There was a Thunderclap and to counteract the stomp right there as the battle is still raging on. Wind Rider should be able to poke down many of those casters, but the Spellbreakers are also completely immune to, well, the foot of that Tauren Chieftain. No matter how much the Tauren Chieftain tries to put his foot down, those Spellbreakers are just defiant teenagers. Wind Rider now continuing to poke apart right here. Mountain King could have a little bit of trouble. Let's take a look. Oh, there's a clap. Tauren Chieftain could be in trouble. There's a stomp to try and counteract. And a beautiful, beautiful use of invisibility as the Tauren Chieftain falls for the second time. Farseer going to try and continue to engage here, focusing down more units. Tauren Chieftain now back out onto the field. Is it going to perhaps get a healing salve? Scroll of Town Portal in order to get away. Shaman may get taken down as it gets lost as well. Th000 is in a beautiful, beautiful position, getting level 4 on his Mountain King. Archmage just a little bit of experience behind at level 3. I haven't really followed the recent meta. Is Blade Master dead, or why do you see Farseer that often? All right, I can answer that question a little bit later when the action dies down. A little bit of pressure being pushed on to this expansion now. In regards to Blade Master versus Farseer, the Farseer, her opening allows for allowed Focus to go for a faster tier 2. He could delay his Voodoo Lounge. The Farseer and the Grunt by themselves were able to put a bit of pressure, and then, well, Wind Riders, Shamans were trained up faster. We also see an expansion currently out by Focus as we are now retraining in, a beautiful Blizzard followed by a clap. So much damage. Repairs not gonna work at all as one guard tower already down. Farseer shows up to the party and says, you know what, I want to try and save this, but well, that retrained a Blizzard and clap causing so much problems as the Mountain King still wandering nearby. Mountain King perhaps going to try and head behind enemy lines. Oh, there is a couple of ensnares already. Shaman going to try and engage as the Tauren Chieftain, well, moves away. Scroll of Speed being used to counteract the slow and get away from that deadly, deadly Blizzard as the Tauren Chieftain still backing forth. All right, low hit point guard tower should really be repaired right there as the Tauren Chieftain illusion will get taken out. Kodo Beast is currently digesting a very, very tasty Spellbreaker. Meanwhile, Spirit Wolves are back out onto the field. Perhaps they will get some damage. No, quickly getting dispelled right there. However, Raiders trying to clean up against the remaining casters. Blizzard now once again cast across this entire backline unit. No Scroll of Speed as we see, nope, the Archmage trying to back away once more. All of that damage trying to dodge the Blizzard. The Grunts actually running straight through it as there is no easy way to head out. Purge quickly being used in order to shake off all of that slow as the Spellbreakers now pushing pressure onto the expansion once more. 53 over 70 supply. Blizzard continuing to take down the entire Peon line here as the Archmage chases after that Peon and takes him down. It is going to be back to one base versus one base. All of that effort, all of that energy by Focus to get the economic advantage has been for naught. As we take a look, 56 over 60 supply compared to 54 over 70. Quick reveal being used there. Farseer seeing that level 3. Tauren Chieftain also seeing that level 3. Could be getting to level 4 and picks up a very important potion of invulnerability. We are looking at more units joining up on the fight here. Tauren Chieftain just shy of 4 as the Farseer is well shy of 4 as we are looking at the Archmage now trying to put in a bit of pressure here. All right, picking up an item. We are going to look, Raider now trying to back off. Archmage chasing after all of those units, trying to get into the proper line. And here we go. Ensnares are ready as we are now trying to focus down that Archmage. Archmage constantly getting ensnared, constantly getting purged. A big thunderclap across multiple units as we should be looking at a Blizzard here. No. Stomp coming back the other way. There's the Blizzard. Scroll of Speed trying to counteract all of that slow and that thunderclap once more as the units are just dancing back and forth. Tauren Chieftain now making its way over, tries to stomp, tries to put his foot down, unable to. Farseer Chain Lightning finishes off some units, And wow, a Kodo Beast stays alive at 31 hit points. If you overlap Blizzard with Flame Strike, do you do absolutely no damage? I actually think you do double damage, right? Well, in effect, it shouldn't, but then that's like Brand getting healed by Nami with water. It works somehow.
Players' forces are under
All right. Units trying to head back once more. Spirit Wolves just dancing through quickly, getting shut down. Archmage, Mountain King, Clarity Potion. That Mountain King with invisibility, such a dangerous, dangerous hero as he's going to try to go to that front line again. Kodo Beast still digesting once more. Unfortunately, that Spellbreaker is giving sight onto that Kodo Beast, essentially a walking shade alongside that army. It will eventually die. The Kodo Beast could get focused down very quickly as well, as we're going to be looking back over here. Archmage is going to try and engage. He knows that he has this opportunity to clear out the creep camps as the army is now making its way back in from the north. All right, Raider ensnare onto a Sorceress. Sorceress going to quickly get taken out, and a potential creep jack could get underway. Claws of attack +9, I believe, as the Mountain King now tries to head back. Scroll of speed. Thunderclap, is it going to happen? No. Stormbolt onto the Tauren Chieftain. Tauren Chieftain in a bit of trouble. Potion of Invulnerability now being used as the Wind Riders are just focusing down as many of those priests as possible. Tauren Chieftain puts his foot down, unable to stomp onto that Archmage. Archmage gets blocked in by his own units, followed by ensnares as they're finally able to make their way free. All right, the battle's still raging on. Purge onto the Archmage. Archmage is going to be able to get free. There's the stomp as the Archmage is now in serious trouble. Could get taken down. Chain Lightning, it gets taken out as Th000 gets the level 5 on his Mountain King while losing his level 4 Archmage. Going back to the top right, re-establishing of this expansion by Focus now. Expansion for Th000 is already up and running. It has been mining for a little bit of time here. Tauren Chieftain needs to heal back up. Shaman's low, and no easy way to heal multiple units. That's one of the downsides of the Orc army, save for healing wards, which, well, requires you to get to Fortress. Let's take a look. We could be going into engagement here. Archmage, it has not been resurrected. Looks like it's not resurrected the old-fashioned way. Is it going to get resurrected? Oh, it is resurrected right there, and it was resurrected from the tavern. Just couldn't spot it. As these armies look to engage, a little bit of chasing back and forth. Once again, the Raiders want to land an ensnare on a fleeing unit. Try to just divide and conquer the units continually. Farseer also wants to revisit the shop, picks up a scroll of healing to counteract that very dangerous Thunderclap as the Mountain King, I don't know if it's level 3 Thunderclap or level 3 Stormbolt. I would not be surprised if it was level 3 Clap followed by level 3 Blizzard in just a moment. Back off to the north here, this expansion is about half or a little bit more than halfway done. It will take a bit of time, though, as, well, Th000 with the Sentry, or is that Th000? Yeah, Th000 with the Sentry Ward in position knows exactly when to attack it. Mountain King behind enemy line says, you know what? What looks absolutely tasty, and it is going to be going after all of those units right there. There's the Clap, multiple units now slowed, Scroll of Speed being used as well. Archmage, there's the Blizzard across all of those backline units as the Archmage gets ensnared once more, followed by a Stomp, followed by a Clap, and, well, putting your foot down and giving a hand clap. Who is winning out? Spellbreaker is obviously immune to all of this here, as priests are getting taken out as well. Kodo Beast, nothing in its belly. A big stomp right there, but only within range of one rifleman as the Spellbreakers just laugh it off. Big Thunderclap once more. More Blizzard raining down. Raiders trying to get within snare range as another big clap hits multiple Raiders. Raiders just falling left and right. And this is a big issue. That Thunderclap has been doing so much damage. And if it wasn't for the Wind Riders, Focus would already have lost the game. Wind Riders giving him a slight edge in the air. However, there have been riflemen being trained up by the human the Archmage and that Mountain King army. Back down to the south here, let's take a look at the supply count. Need to click on a farm. 49 over 72 compared to 36 over 60. Mountain King is just nestled in with the remaining units here. I don't believe Envenom Spears perhaps would be very useful. Raiders could also get a couple of ensnares, but Focus is already up against the ropes here. Could have a very difficult time trying to engage. Mountain King still wandering around. Mountain King almost at level 6. Meanwhile, Sorceress and Spellbreakers heading back to perhaps try and protect this expansion. Main bases have about 3 minutes of mining left. And with that bit of information, perhaps Th000 knows that he does not really need to venture forth. He has been doing a good job keeping a good watch out on the expansion, and knows that if my opponent doesn't set up an expansion soon, well, every minute that I'm mining and my opponent is not, I have the advantage. All right, Mountain King, once again, where is he going to go? Is he going to Stormbolt anything? No, does not, as the unit's now backing off. Let's take a look. A little bit more creeping out again. Farseer sitting at level 4. Wants to get to level 5. Both on the Tauren Chieftain and on that Farseer. Having 2 level 5 heroes could be the difference, as the Farseer is still just looking to finish off and get some more kills. All right, Farseer just a little bit shy. 39 experience. The units need to get away, and this could be bad. All right, Raiders. Tauren Chieftain, where is it going? The Tauren Chieftain now trying to head there. There's an ensnare. Raiders going to try and engage once more, as we are looking at, well, some of the spellcasters were just not lined up properly. Stormbolt onto the Tauren Chieftain. Tauren Chieftain losing quite a bit of mana. Blizzard right there, coupled with a Thunderclap, and that army just taking so much damage. Thunderclap once again coming through. Potion of Healing being used as well. A big Thunderclap coming back the other way, as the Raiders have been able to, well, the Raiders were just trying to get away again. All right, let's take a look at this. Are we going to see another Thunderclap? No, Stormbolt could be getting in. No, another ensnare right there. However, the slow still taking effect once more. There goes all of those units. You can take a look, see how effective this slow is. And whenever you are, well, running away from your opponent and you have trailing units like this, that is exactly what divide and conquer is. Mountain King lands another Stormbolt here. So many units lost, and that may just be the GG. Let's take a look back off to the north. A Peon is keeping track of that expansion. Th000 knows that if I just shut that down once more, that's pretty much going to be over. There goes the Kodo Beast, and with that, that should pretty much be game. There's a Stomp. Scroll of Town Portal. Is it going to be in time? No, it is not. And, well, with the Archmage gone, what's going to happen? Archmage gone now. Tauren Chieftain going to try and make its way back over. Stomps could easily eat through many of these casters. Multiple casters going to get lost, but so does the Tauren Chieftain. Farseer now trying to get away. One Wind Rider doing a good job going after these remaining units here. Farseer may just want some of these units, but no, gives the GG anyway. Archmage went down. Tauren Chieftain went down. Back and forth these players go. But in the end, Th000 was able to control the economic side of the game, shut down Focus's fast expansion. His quick tech to tier 2 unfortunately did not work out well for him, and that was the end of that. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.